In this video, I'm going to go over 6 different strategies to win all your bidding wars. Strategy number 1, the obvious one, the in-person offer. So you're doing this by arriving at the driveway or the house itself that you're doing your bid on, and you are literally hand bomb delivering your offer to the agent in person. Your agent or you as buyers are going to literally knock on the doorbell, introduce yourselves, give a little elevator pitch about yourself and your family. You're going to hand deliver the offer. This is a little traditional. It does lead itself to a bit of a double-edged sword because those who arrive in person will probably be squeezed for a little bit more cash. Now, you might want to be doing this though. So you will have an advantage. In a situation where there's 10 offers and 2 people are actually in person, those 2 people will be talked to way more frequently than the email offers. The in-person offer can also be done at the listing brokerage too. So you can go to the office where they're actually having their appointment and they're reviewing their offers. It can either be done at the house or at an office. And when you have an office, you can even book yourself a meeting room as buyers. So you have space to kind of scheme and have a couple copies of your offer out and able to adjust as needed. The in-person offer. Number 2, strategy and edge number 2 is encouraging a verbal counter offer from the listing agent. That's basically what we're trying to do this entire time. If you ever get a verbal counter offer from the agent, you are going to win if your buyers are down. Your whole week leading up to this offer or a few days leading up to this bidding war is attempting to get enough rapport to get that extra call from the agent. And we are encouraging those agents to make us verbal counter offers with their seller's direction. That's how you get the win. If you get a verbal counter offer, you should be getting the win if it's not too high. Sometimes it's too high and your buyers are back out, and that's totally fine because at least your buyers know that you did everything you could and you did get that extra call. So edge number 2, the verbal counter offer. Strategy number 3 is the cute family letter. See this all the time, and you guys have probably submitted one yourself. So this is just a 1-page letter with a family photo, a little blurb about you and your family, and that's encouraged and passed along to the seller. Seller reads it, has a little bit of an emotional connection with you guys, and they will reconsider you when it comes time to bidding war. If you have a cute one and you appeal to them and you're, say, 2nd or 3rd place, they'll still keep you near the top of the pile and they'll still have the agent call you to encourage you to come up in price. So a cute family letter will give you an edge. I've seen a cute family letter in person work. I've even seen a cute family letter win on not the best offer. So it's even worth money. Like it's worth a few G's, maybe $2,000 or $3,000, just that letter itself. Strategy number 4, pre-submitting the offer well in advance. Now, this isn't to encourage the bidding war to kick off or anything. This is to encourage feedback on the offer. And that's the tone you're taking here. So I am submitting my offer. I'm just giving them their asking price. I know it's going to go to bids in a few days, but I want them to read and review. I want them to know what my buyers' names are. I want them to read the cute family letter that will accompany it. I want them to give me feedback on the deposit, on my Schedule A, on my closing date. I want to get feedback on all of those to make sure they're all tuned well as to what the seller's expectations are. Now, that will give you an edge because it'll give you an excuse to have good rapport with the listing agent, and that seller will remember those buyers, and those sellers won't conclude their bidding war evening without closing the loop with you because you've already kind of gained their trust a bit. So pre-submitting an offer, it works very well. I've seen it work very well, and I do it a lot, and I get wins out of it. Strategy number 5, getting the extra call. I mean, it's not the strategy. Like, this is the end game goal of all of this, is getting the extra call from the listing agent during the gray zone period. So offers are due at between 5 and 8 p.m. That listing agent's phone is going off the hook. They're impossible to get a hold of because they're on the phone the whole time. You want that listing agent to call you as the buying agent. So you hopefully have done enough work and you've established enough rapport with that agent to get the extra call. It doesn't need to be a verbal counter. You just need to get them on the phone. Because once you have them on the phone, the gray zone is real. And we're not allowed speculating on price, of course. Let them do the talking and see what happens. And then get your win. Now, one final thing and one final strategy and one final little tip that I have that I've noticed and I'm now using is if you ever hear a specific kind of word choice and it's subtle, it's "are you sure?" If you hear "are you sure?" from the listing agent, like "are you sure that's your final offer?" that means you just lost, like barely, and they want to work with you. and they won't give you a verbal counteroffer. I've also heard it as, is that your final? That means you just lost. So picking up on little cues like that is worth a lot. It's worth a lot for your income as an agent. And it's worth a lot as actually getting the win for the buyers. So yeah, are you sure? Is that your final? Little subtleties like that. And I've picked up on it. I've picked on it just recently. I say, hey, did we just lose? Of course, speculating on price. The agent tells me, yes, you did just lose. I was like, okay, so if I add a couple G's, do we have a deal? Yes, we have a deal. And that's exactly what we did. And that's it. That's all. Those are my 6 edges, my 6 strategies. If you're not implementing any of these, or your agent isn't implementing these, fire your agent and get a better one.